Another edition of Rivals has now arrived. I'm one of your hosts, Scott Mitchell, and the other one is that guy right there, old Jason Buck. So, Jason, I know that you're kind of a wuss. Okay, let's just get that right out there right now. Because, like, if you, I don't know, if you had a bad day and it was Sunday, you just would never play in a game, right?
Never missed a day of practice in my life.
Never missed a day of practice in your life.
In my life.
That's phenomenal. All right, so tell me, Jason.
Sickness.
How injured is too injured for you not to play in the game?
For me,
yeah.
You know, I was my problem was playing hurt. You know, a great pro athlete's got to know when to, you know, stop playing hurt and making themselves worse. And then I played really injured a few times where I should have, looking back on it,
well, what did you injure? Why were you so injured? Come on, give me the dirty details.
Oh, I guess the Bears. Because there's always the little things, dislocating fingers and, you know, gouges and bleeding and, you know, sprained knees and all that stuff where you're all black and blue, but you pulled hamstrings, whatever, you still play. At least the real men still play. Nowadays, guys take themselves out a lot faster than we used to for little nicks and owies. But, you know, I saw guys play with broken wrists and broken fingers and bones sticking out the flesh and, you know, all kinds of things. We all did it. But a couple of really bad ones, but one, I guess the Bears in '89 up at Soldier Field, I dislocated my elbow and I was tackling. They ran a dive B gap inside of me and I shed the tackle and wrapped up the guy with my, you know, left arm, just boom, had that big collision. And the middle linebacker, Joe Kelly, came flying and put his helmet right in the back of my elbow. So it forced the bone in, like it hyperextended, and the bone came through this way, you know, detached all the ligaments. So I come off the field to the trainer, and the doctor grabs my arm, you know, and turns it like that, holding on to the upper part of the arm. He goes, "Man, you detached all the ligaments in your elbow." And I'm in the war rage, right? And I'm just like, tape the blanking thing up. I'm still playing. And they wrap it up like a stump. And you can see one of my football cards where my left arm is taped from the top to the bottom. And it was just literally a stump. I mean, I couldn't bend that. That was taped. It's like a stick. It was just stiff. And I go out and play the game. And I had to finish the game, great game, and had a bunch of tackles and hurries on Harbaugh and all that. And go out to the bus, and my arm was the size of a watermelon. My elbow.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, dude, I missed 4 games with that one, and played the rest of the year with just that arm like a stump. You know, so I got one of my football cards. You can see that, and had a great year still, and led the team in sacks, and even missing those 4 games. But man, it wrecked me. That arm still gives me a hard time. But I should have, you know, honestly, looking back on it, that game wasn't worth it. I should have, I mean, the damage was done. And another time, I had my dislocated toes, and we'd shoot them up for the games and shoot up ankles with Novocaine so you could keep playing. We all did that. But that was just old hat stuff for NFL back then. But one game against the Giants, I'm pretty much one of the main things that finished my career. I was doing everything for the Redskins, right? I was on all the special teams. I started all 4 positions on D-line. I was backup fullback on the offense on goal line and short yardage. And I was the lead.
Did you play left out?
Lead blocker for Brian Mitchell, the Pro Bowl returner for the Redskins. And I was fast enough that I could run like a running back. And so I would single lead him to the hole. And I'm turned, and I'm starting at D-line too, right? And
yeah, but did you play
and lead out of the end zone?
Jason.
And 2 guys missed their blocks against the Giants, and I take these 2 guys on all at once. I just launch into them, you know, kamikaze. And they had all their speed. I only had like 3 steps. And I took them out, but I went down. I mean, I was numb from my neck, all the way to my hip. That entire right side of my body was numb. And Charles Mann was hurt. And so we had no depth on the line. And I go out and play against Jumbo Elliott, and I couldn't feel my body from my neck to my hip, literally. and I'm playing with one hand, so I can put my left hand down on my stance and come up and play Jimbo Elliott with one hand because my other arm is just hanging there, just limp, and with nothing. Like I said, I couldn't feel my side of my body, and I just kept playing. And I played that series on defense, and then I went back out on the next kickoff return where I couldn't feel that side of my body. It was starting to come back. I went on the next kickoff return and hit on it again. So I went too far. I went way too far. And I finished the year with that separated shoulder. And then the coaching staff got fired. And North Turner came in. And I ended up going from starting at all 4 positions at the Redskins and having to really playing the best ball of my career to not even getting a tryout the next year. So I looked like, I'd come off of injury and it was too expensive under the salary cap.
So Jason, are you there?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I asked you like 3 times. You played all those positions, but did you play left out?
No. I didn't play left out.
You played everything but left out. All right.
Everything but left out. I didn't hear you ask that.
Oh yeah, I know you were you were in the zone telling your stories.
I was in the zone talking about the pain, man.
Yeah,
you wanted injuries and blood and gory.
And I understand all those things. And believe it or not, quarterbacks actually play injured too. So I broke my thumb or my finger. I did. I broke my finger on my index finger of my throwing hand. So the last finger to leave the football. It was actually in a preseason game. I played the whole second half of the preseason game with a broken finger. I threw 3 touchdown passes and was the MVP of the American Bowl game in Germany. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah, when you're fighting to be the starter, you do whatever you have to do, or the backup.
You play hurt. You know what? Honestly, I think about Scott. I every time I was injured or like that, I just thought of my family. I thought, I got to take care of my family. I've got to do this. Nothing in the world can stop me. And I don't know if you can see this really close right in here. But I got
a little
19
bit closer.
stitches right there.
A little bit closer.
Can you see it a little bit closer?
I got just a little bit closer.
I got 19 stitches.
Wait, now go up just a little bit.
Right in there.
Now lift your head up just a little bit. Go up a little bit more. A little bit more. No. Your head up. A little bit more. There you go. Okay.
There you go.
All right, perfect.
Dude, this eyebrow was hanging off my head in practice. An elbow came through from the quarterback when I was ducking and not taking the sack that I had. I was trying to run by him. And the quarterback.
Wait, do that again. That was really cool. I want to see it.
You can see the scar. Can you see it?
Oh, my goodness. It's amazing.
So I get this elbow hits me, Scott, right through. It's craziest things. I had the full face bar, right? It came through and hit and exploded. And blood was spraying with the heartbeat like 20 feet. In a big stream. And all the guys are screaming, right? This is the Bengals.
Right.
And I'm like, I put the towel over it and they send me into the locker room. And I had like 200 yards to walk. This is in camp. And I get there and the towel's completely soaked with blood. And I knew when I took it off, the blood was spraying like 20 feet. And nobody comes with me. So I get in the mirror in the locker room and I pull this towel off. And my eyebrow's like hanging off my head down on my eye, and all I could see was white bone right there.
Yeah.
I was
got a bleeder.
I was like, okay, that one's bad. And finally, doctor comes in, trainer, and they take me to the hospital. They put 19 stitches on it, and I had tape and salve on it like Rocky. Put the helmet back on and played next week in the next exhibition game, preseason game.
All right, let me sum up our conversation.
Oh.
If you have broken thumbs and fingers, if you have toe problems, ankle problems, if your face is halfway ripped off, if all the ligaments are torn out of your arm, it's still okay to play, okay?
You still play.
So let's toughen up. Let's put a Band-Aid on this, tape it up a little bit, and get out there and play some football. You got it, folks? All right. This edition of Rivals is now over.
That's right. That's the D-line world, man, and a quarterback with index finger.
And don't ever play left out. No one wants to be left out, so don't play that position.
All right.
That's for all those guys that are wimpy. They go play left out. All right, you can text Rivals to 65537. Go to all those social sites and like us. I'm not Jason Buck.
I'm not Big Scott Mitchell.
We'll catch you soon.